Hello guys, how are you? I'm sorry for the delay in your lesson, okay? But I'm here. So today we are going to do a different thing, okay? I want to do with you a revision of the past perfect, okay? Remember, the past perfect is the past of the past, okay? Together with the activities that you have taken from the school last week, there is a worksheet number 10, okay? Let me put it closer to you, okay? And this worksheet is about the past perfect, okay? So, let's first do a quick revision. So, the past perfect the past perfect is when we want to talk about something that happened before another thing and they are both in the past. Okay, so something happened first and then another thing happened and this is the past perfect. So the past perfect, we could simply say that it is the past of the past. Okay? So, with this in mind, I want you to do this worksheet that is among the other things that we have prepared for you. Okay? So, the construction of the past perfect. So, first of all, if it's perfect, the auxiliary verb is the verb to have. Okay? So, the verb to have plus the third column, the past participle. So, but it's about the past. So, what do we have to do? We have to put the verb to have in the past. Had. So, teacher, is it had for all persons? Yes. I had, you had, he, she, it had. Okay? Plus the past participle of the verb. The past participle, as you know, is also known as the third column. Okay? Cool? So, let's do then the first exercise about the past perfect on that extra activity that we have sent you. Okay? So, number 1, choose the correct verb in each sentence. So, I became or I had become interested in science after I visited or had visited the Science Museum in London. So, first people, we have decided what happened first, that's past perfect, and what happened after that, that's the past simple. Okay? So, in this case, I became interested in science. Cool. But when was that? After or before my visit at the museum? After, right? So, I became interested in science. That's the most recent information. After I had visited the Science Museum in London. Okay, so the visit to the Science Museum happened before I became interested in science. Before. It's the past of the past. Okay? Okay, let's see number 2. When Krista invented or had invented the water bike, she was or had been ill for a long time. Okay, what happened first, what happened after? So, she invented the water bike. When? Was she already ill? Wasn't she? Okay, so she invented it. She was already ill. And after that, or during that, she invented the water bike. So, the most recent information is the invention of the water bike. So when Krista invented the water bike, she had been ill for a long time. She was already ill before she invented the water bike. So again, when Krista invented the water bike, she had been ill for a long time. Number 3. Simon played or had played the piano for ages when he gave or had given his first concert. What happened first? He played for a long time and then he gave a concert. So, Simon had played the piano for ages when he gave his first concert. Is it clear up to this point, guys? Yes? Okay. Number 4. I didn't know or I hadn't known the answer because I missed or I had missed the lesson. What happened first? I missed the lesson, right? After that, I didn't know the answer. So, I didn't know the answer because I had missed the lesson before. Okay? Number 5. We arrived or had arrived 10 minutes late, but they already left or had already left. Okay. Here, people, the same thing. Something happened before the other. So, we arrived 10 minutes late, but they had already left before we arrived. Okay? Okay, she missed or had missed the plane because her alarm clock didn't go off or hadn't gone off. Okay, she missed her plane because her alarm clock hadn't gone off. That happened before. Okay? Number 7. I knew or had known. I met or had met her before, but I couldn't remember where. Okay, so I realized I knew that person. Okay? Did that happen before or after I met her? Before, right? So, I knew I had met her before, but I couldn't remember where. Cool, people. Very good. So, I think we have done a quick revision of the past perfect. Guys, I want you to do exercises 2 and 3 and send it to me. Okay? Because right now, I want you to open your books on page 121. Okay? Because we are going to read about the past perfect continuous. Okay? So, the past perfect continuous is also the past of the past. But when we are trying to focus on a continuity, a continuation of an action. Okay? So that's what we are going to read now on page 121. If you want to pause the video to open the books, not a problem. We are not going to go through the new content today. Okay, we'll do it in the next lesson. So, we'll go directly to the grammar point. Past perfect continuous. So, knowing that the past perfect is the past of the past, okay, we are now going to the past perfect continuous, which is also the past of the past, but with a continuous action, okay? So, the construction here changes a little bit. It's still perfect, so I still need the auxiliary have in the past. So, this we will keep, okay? So, what else do we need in this construction? I need the auxiliary have because it's perfect. I need the auxiliary to be in the past. Had. Okay? Because of its perfect, I need to have a past participle. But it's also continuous. Which elements do I need for the continuous form? I need the verb to be plus the verb with ing. Okay? So, what will happen here? I will take the verb to be here and put it on the past participle. Been. What's missing here, people? I still need the verb with ing. Okay? So, whatever verb we want here with ing. Okay? So, I have all elements that are required to be a perfect tense and a continuous tense. I have the auxiliary have. I have the past participle, I have the verb to be, and I have the verb with ing. This is the construction. Okay? We are now going to read the explanation in the book together. Okay? So we can see when to use this construction. Cool? So, we use the past perfect continuous tense to talk about actions or events which started before a particular time in the past and were still in progress up to that time in the past. Again, it's still the past of the past, okay? So, we form the past perfect continuous tense with subject plus had plus been plus the verb with ing, which we call present participle. Okay, example. She had been studying English for 3 years when she became a teacher. So she already became a teacher in the past. And what happened before that? She had been studying. It was a continuous action. Okay? Questions are indicated by inverting the subject and the auxiliary. So, it's going to start with the auxiliary had. Had she been studying English for 3 years when she became a teacher? Yes, she had been studying English for 3 years when she became a teacher. Okay, so guys, first use is when we want to focus on the duration of something. So number 1 here, the duration before something happened in the past. We use the past perfect continuous to show that something started in the past, continue up or until another time in the past. Okay? So, for 5 minutes, for 2 weeks are both durations, which can be used with the past perfect continuous tense. These are only 2 examples, okay guys? Notice that this is related to the present perfect continuous. However, the duration does not continue until now. It stops before something else in the past. Let's see an example here. They had been talking for over an hour before Anthony arrived. Okay? There is a timeline under there so you can understand what's going on. Okay? So the past, they had been talking for over an hour. Another past before Anthony arrived. The past of the past again. It only changes what we are focusing, the duration of the action. Cool? Very good. Other examples. She had been working at that company for 3 years when it went bankrupt. So, the company went bankrupt. Before that, she had been working in that company. How long had you been waiting to get on the bus? James had been teaching at the school for more than a year before he left for America. Okay? Let's turn the page. Number 2, to show the cause of something in the past. Okay? So, using the past perfect continuous before another action in the past is a good way to show cause and effect. Examples. Jason was tired because he had been jogging. Okay, so what was the cause of his tiredness? He had been jogging. Sam gained weight because he had been overeating. So what's the cause of Sam gaining weight? Okay? Betty failed the final test because she had not been attending class. Cause and effect. So, when to use the past perfect simple or the past perfect continuous? So, past perfect simple, I had worked. Past perfect continuous, I had been working. We use the past perfect simple with action verbs to emphasize the completion of an event. It was done, full stop. The event was completed. Okay? We use the past perfect continuous to show that an event or action in the past was still continuing. Okay? So, let's compare. The students had made the project before the end of the holiday. We use here the past perfect simple. Why? Because it is to emphasize the completion of the action. The project is done. Cool? So, the students had been making the project when the teacher came to their house. Here, people, the focus is on the ongoing of the action, the continuation of the action. Okay? One more situation here. We use the past perfect simple to refer to the completion of an activity, and the past perfect continuous to focus on the activity and duration of the activity. Let's compare here two similar situations. I had studied for 1 hour for the test. Past perfect simple. Why? Because it emphasizes the completion of the activity. He studied and he finished studying. I had been studying for 1 hour for the test when the telephone rang. Past perfect continuous focuses on the duration of the activity. Okay? Next page. The past perfect simple suggests something more permanent than the past perfect continuous, which can imply that something is temporary. We can use the continuous for that too, for temporary things. Let's compare. She had always spoken to her neighbors. We don't know how long. Okay? Sorry. She had been speaking to her neighbors when something happened. Suggests a temporary situation. Okay, she was speaking only in that situation. It was not something that was regular. Okay? Or a habit. So, we don't use the continuous form with some verbs of mental process. Sorry. Which people are the stative verbs. Remember that. Okay? Example. We had known for a long time that the company was going to close. Okay? The verb to know is a verb that we don't use in the continuous form. We don't use the continuous form with actions that are completed at a single point in the past, start or stop. Had they started the game on time? Okay? In this case, we do not use had they been starting. Okay, to start is a momentaneous action. It's not something that we do continuously. Okay, guys. So, with that in mind, I wanted to understand this. If you have any questions, please let me know as soon as possible. Okay? I want you to finish this for next lesson. We will correct it together. Okay? And I will And next lesson we will start lesson 10. Guys, thank you very much. Please study, okay? And see you then. Bye-bye.